Hi, my name's Rose, and welcome to my first YouTube video. If I seem awkward, it's because I am, and I've tried to do this like 20 times now. So we're just gonna start because I'm tired of starting over. Alright, so why are we here? Well, I'm trying to make a career change into tech and programming. And without going into too much detail, I've been working in healthcare since I was about 18. So I'm 26 now, it's about 8 years, and I'm just ready for something new. Um, I kind of stumbled across programming accidentally when I was working night shift, probably starting like October 2021. I was working night shift, and on my nights off, I was just like messing around with my computer. And I didn't actually start with programming. I started with OSINT and Linux and doing like more hackery stuff. Not really hacking, believe me, but I was watching videos by Network Chuck and I was doing his little tutorials and stuff. So if you haven't seen Network Chuck, go check him out. He does a lot of cool videos and I learned a lot from him, but he basically opened up the world of tech and computers for me. For me, computers had never been something I was interested in. I just thought they were like magical boxes that, you press buttons, they do their thing. I play video games and I surf the web, blah, 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 but I never like stopped to think about how all this crap was working, right? So when I started messing around with Linux and the command line and OSINT, I was like, my world and my eyes were opened up. And ever since then, the world of computers and tech just keeps opening up. Every time I get interested about one subject, it takes me down a whole rabbit hole of all these other subjects. So that started about October. By the time it was like February, my exploration had brought me to Python. So I started Python programming, and I'm not even going to call it programming. It was like hello world Pythoning. Pythoning hello world. I don't know how you say that. It was not a lot, but I thought it was so fucking cool that I could just pull up the command line, type in, I don't know, poem equals this. I wrote my boyfriend a little poem. It was something like, he had said something dumb, like he used that saying that's supposed to be cool as a cucumber, but he said cool as a pepper. And I did some dumb little program that was like vegetable equals pepper. If vegetable equals cucumber, say cool as a cucumber. Else, if vegetable equals pepper, I don't know where I'm going with this. But anyways, I thought it was so cool that I could just make the computer do what I wanted it to do. So that sort of brought me to Python programming. And I didn't stay in Python very long, but I did want to learn about it. So I started doing CS50, which is Harvard's online like class, their first computer science class, like CS 100 type of situation. It's all online. You get access to all of the like lectures, slides, problem sets, blah, blah, blah. So I started that and I was having so much fun. They start you off by learning C programming, which I realize now is kind of a difficult language to start with, but it teaches you a lot about hardware and memory and all the parts that I feel like other languages, as I learn more, kind of don't teach you about. What is it called? Like top level and bottom level? I don't know. Whatever. I started doing that, and we started doing the problem sets. And the problem sets, you're just learning how to program little programs to do crazy stuff. Like my favorite one, I did an encryption program. So you'd give it a key, you give it a phrase, it would encrypt it for you. I was so proud of that. So I was doing CS50, chugging right along. I got about halfway through the whole course. It's like 12 weeks. And I was like, I hadn't devoted myself to changing careers, but I was thinking about it. And I was like, if I'm going to change careers, I got to focus up and I gotta like get specific about what I want to do. So I had a little crisis and I was like, what do I want to do? Do I want to be a back end developer? Do I want to be a front end developer? I knew I liked coding, but beyond that, I didn't really know what that could get me. So I started doing some research on what the heck I should do. And at first, I didn't think I'd like front end because I had this dumb idea that front end was just like CSS and HTML. Like, ooh. now I realize it's a little more than that. So at first, I didn't think I wanted to do front end, but I couldn't find a free program that was structured on back end enough, I guess. I'll say it this way. About a month ago, I came across the Odin Project. And the Odin Project is a free online course. It's not really a course. It's like a group of people took a bunch of resources and created an outline for you to follow that has assignments and whatnot. But it's basically just an amalgamation of online resources that you could use yourself, but they made it so you don't have to find them yourself, if that makes sense. And they're focused on front end. They teach you full stack. They teach you JavaScript, HTML, CSS, but they'll also teach you a bit of back end. I believe it's Rust. So one of the reasons that made me want to do the Odin Project was, first, it was free, right? It seemed like a good resource because you come across a lot of free resources that aren't very structured, but this one was structured, right? And I liked just how they sort of laid it out. But it wasn't until I started it that I really realized that it was like a good choice. Right away in the Odin Project, they teach you Git and GitHub. They teach you command line. They make you get a virtual box. I had one already from doing the like Linux stuff, but like all the other free courses and stuff that I was consuming, they don't do anything with that. And especially like GitHub and Git, that's super important for when you actually want a job. You need to know how to do that stuff. So I was pretty impressed once I actually started the course with how practical what they're teaching you actually is. So I've been doing the Odin Project for about a month. I'm almost finished with the foundations. There's like 3 sections: foundations, front end, and back end. Foundations teaches you HTML, CSS, a little bit of JavaScript, and then I believe you can either do both or choose a path. You can either do Rust for back end, I think it's Rust, or JavaScript for front end, or both. So my plan is to do both. I want to be able to be, I feel like even though I have a very beginner understanding of coding and web development, I have a feeling that being full stack and understanding how both ends work together is going to help me out. So that's my plan, is to do both. So that brings us back to the original question, right? Why are we here? Why am I here talking to my phone, which is taped to a tripod right now? Well, I thought I should start making videos on my coding journey to keep myself accountable, to make a record for other people who are interested in making the switch, I guess, and also as a way to review the content that I'm learning as I go. So my plan is to try to make a video every 2 weeks. And every 2 weeks, I want to sort of talk about what I've been learning, what I've been coding, go over projects. And yeah, I guess in an ideal situation, one day this channel will be able to help people out, help me make connections, help other people make connections. Maybe it can be a place where people learn and get something out of it. That would be ideal. However, is this channel gonna have like 5 views and disappear after like 5 years? I don't know. But who cares? The point is that I'm here and I'm making this content and I'm keeping myself accountable, and whoever is along for the ride is along for the ride. So I think I've been talking enough. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you're watching, if you have any questions or whatever. I doubt you do, but welcome. My name's Rose one more time, and I'll see you all later. Okay, bye.